Hey. So today is pod recording day. But first I gotta go to church. But I want to know, like, do you enjoy the blogs prior to? I know I only did it for the one episode, but I think it's something to kind of give a little insight on what it takes to behind the scenes, like preparing, getting ready to go to record. What does that look like? Let me know. Do you like the little mini blog before the episode starts? So I am at my church, about to get my praise on because God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Got my water to stay hydrated, and yeah, so there goes my sister. Hi, good morning. How are you today? Well, hello. She is great. Look at my church, pull up and get yourself a good word. That is good. Alrighty, so I am recording today, and I'm not in the mood to do a full beat. I'm just gonna do a little beat because I'm a little under the weather. So I'm not doing a full beat because I don't feel like it. But we gotta put on something for the camera. Picture. Yeah, I'm not a makeup artist. I just do what I do. This is one of the best foundations that I've ever had. So yes, I'm excited. Just because I'm supposed to be, today is the 100th episode, and I am supposed to be recording today with my friends. One of my friends wasn't available. Stay tuned. I'm actually getting ready to go over there now, and I'm gonna take you with me. I'll see you there. Oh goodness. Alright, so let's see. How was my looking a little? And I got my lip gloss in my bag, but come on, I'm ready. Yeah, this production team is doing what it do. You still put it in the sea? You sure did. Go get a towel. Can you what?
Anything you post, just remember, I'm gonna have video of them socks you got on.
What?
So, let me brush my hair first.
And I got that. Look, you gotta brush your hair first. It's the cutest videographer. Look at him.
I gotta go to the class.
Come on. It's such a nice day. I'm ready. I got my ginger tea, a tripod, my laptop, and we're here. The photographer's feet. The photographer's feet looked a little. Okay, getting ready to finally start. We are here on the couch. About to start. Super excited. I feel like when I batch record, I feel like it's been like forever since I sat on the couch. But impact time. Hey, and welcome to the 100th episode of Sis Stop Sulkin. I'm so excited. Yes, so it's your girl, Miss Tasha Talks Life here, and I have my special guest with me, my girlfriend Jenelle. So say hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
So
this is the 100th episode. So I want to thank you for being here with me because I wanted it to be like a celebration.
Okay.
So I wanted to kind of make a big deal about it because it hasn't always been easy. 100 episodes, doing this since 21.
And you're a big deal. Make a big deal about you.
Yeah,
Hello.
about you. Thank you.
I'm just saying.
But I'm just like, wow, like I can't believe I made it to 100 episodes, and I'm excited for everything that's coming. So thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
So a little bit about Jenelle. We have been friends for over 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Our kids actually brought us together.
They did. Sucked us together.
Yeah, yes. And they have play dates because they were in the same grade. They were in pre-K.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-K together. Kindergarten. They've been in the same class, almost every year.
And then JoJo
and then Mason and JoJo. So boy mom's here. She has 2 boys. My 2 boys you already know. And they're like freaking frat. Like they give me Celie and Nettie vibes. They do. It's like y'all see each other in school. Y'all see each other at church. We play dates. FaceTime. Yo, they are so funny, but I love it because I will say I'm a very strict mom. Like meaning as far as like letting my kids go and do, for example, my son, he's 22 now. He didn't spend the night at a friend's house until he was 16 years old. Mm-hmm. Right? So that just tells you. But when I met Jenelle and I met her kids, I was so comfortable with like letting her pick them up and that's big for me. And I'm like, your kids is almost as good as mine. They're so well behaved and so sweet, and they really get along so well. So yeah, you definitely have my heart, and your boys do too. So
of course, those my babies. Yeah, listen.
It's so. When you find that at a grown age, genuine, it's you definitely have to cherish that. So I am so honored to have you here today. And before we hop right into it, because y'all know how I am, that's why I have my notes, because I go all over the place on a tangent. Each episode we start with a quote. And when I was looking for a specific quote, this one kind of stuck out to me because there's consistency, right? There is confidence, and there is just, motivation and inspiration. But I think what trumps all of that, because you're not always going to be inspired, you're not always going to be motivated, mm-hmm. You're not always going to be consistent, but the courage. Right. And so this quote says, courage is the most important of all virtues because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. And what does that so some of the other virtues is trust, detachment, thoughtfulness, joy, kindness, courage, tranquility, focus, humility, wisdom. And when you think about those, you definitely need courage.
You do. You have to have courage to get over your fear. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times, when you're fearful, if you do not have the courage to push past that fear, then you sometimes might miss out on opportunity in life.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And it'll stop you. And so, yeah, I could say that there were times when throughout this journey where I may have taken like a week, mm-hmm. or 2 weeks, because maybe I just not just because I didn't want to do it. It was always a reason why something was going on.
Right.
But I always felt like this is what I love. Even if I don't get paid, I love doing this. And so even when I don't have the equipment, and we're going to talk a little bit about the journey of where I started and to where I am now.
Right.
But just having the courage to know that this is the call and to keep doing it. Mm-hmm. And courage is even when you're scared, just being courageous.
Kudos to you for being courageous and putting yourself out there and putting out content. To me, that is terrifying. I don't know why it's just recording yourself just talking. I'm like, what is that? Why do people do that? But I love it. I want to watch it. But how do you be courageous enough to do it? That's scary.
Yeah. Now,
so kudos to you, 100 episodes.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, when I first started, it was terrifying.
Right.
But when I first started, I just had my cell phone It was only audio, no video, right? And so there was times when I just had on my pajamas. It was 12 o'clock at night, and I knew that I had to get this episode out, right? So I would just pull out my phone and I would just record. Nobody can see me. I can't see myself. When I went to video, that was a whole nother ball game.
Okay.
It was almost like, okay, now I got to make sure that my hair is right. I got to make sure that I got a little beat. I was like,
I guess I'm gonna be cute on this video.
And I was like, well, why did you want to sign up for video now? Because now you got to come correct, right? But we're here, and I'm excited.
And you're courageous for pushing through that part. Like each part, you keep pushing through, pushing past the fear, pushing past the thoughts, the doubt.
Yeah.
And doing it anyway.
And even when I had 2 views, kept going.
I saw a quote today that said, someone that said, do something that you're obsessed with. Not that, it was Jason Derulo. Was it Jason Derulo? I feel like I watched today. He said, do something that you're obsessed with, not just that you love. Because something that you love, you might get tired of doing. But if you're obsessed with it, you'll continue to do it even when
no
you
matter
don't want to.
Ooh, that's good. Ooh, write that down, y'all. Y'all know I be telling y'all to write stuff down. Write that down. Do something that you're obsessed with, not in love with, because when you're obsessed with it, you keep pushing through. Yeah. That's for sure. Yeah. And to take it a step further is doing something that you would do for free.
Yeah.
Right? 100%. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is so good. Oh my God. Yeah, I got my little, because I was really going to make I was going to get balloons. I was like, Tasha, just calm down.
You should have got the 100 balloons.
Yeah, I was going to do.
You know we'd be extra. You should have said this.
I know.
I would have definitely signed up for that.
Like, so let me just grab my little things from Target. I was surprised. I don't know why I thought they would make noise, though.
Because the other ones do.
Yeah, but this is cool. It's
so cute.
So, yeah. So some of the things, what I did was when I knew that the 100th episode was coming up, I sent out an email and I asked a couple of my listeners, my faithful listeners. I am so grateful for you guys. You don't even know. This would not be possible without you tuning in each and every week, to the point where if I was off a week, I would sometimes get emails like, did you drop episode? Where's your episode? You know? And I'm like, wow, like, you know, so I mean, from the bottom of my heart, I'm grateful. And so I sent out an email saying, because the week before last, so 2 weeks ago, I did a Mother's Day episode with my boys.
With the boys, yeah.
And then the next week was actually Mother's Day. And so I took off. And then last week, we were in the studio, we recorded, and it was when we were done, the audio wasn't right. It wasn't synced. It was a whole mess. So I wanted to give my listeners a heads up and say, like, listen, there's no episode coming. I apologize, whatever. But next week, whatever. So now we're here. But I also asked them, being that it's the 100th episode, you know, give me some words or some feedback on what's your favorite episode, whatever. And so I got a couple of people to write in and to leave audio, and I thought that was super dope. So I want to, I'm going to play one.
Okay.
I'm going to play one, and we'll probably trip them out.
I hope you came correct.
Right. I'm going to play one. Let me see.
Hey, it's your girl, Dr. Sheniqua Johnson, aka Sheniqua Inspires, and I stopped by to wish my sister, Miss Tasha Talks Life, a congratulations on her 100th episode of her podcast, Sis Stop Talking. Baby girl, you are #goals, and I love that for you. Keep going, keep growing, and keep helping the people. Be blessed.
Thank you, Dr. Sheniqua Johnson. Sheniqua Inspires. Yes, she's a lovely soul. She's so cool. We always have a vibe when we connect. But just for her to say that, like, I appreciate that, you know, just checking in. But yeah, so I know you had a couple of questions for me.
Yes. If you had to choose, what would you say would have been your favorite episode that you've done out of the 100 so far? If you had to, should we do top 3 or favorite one? Top 3.
We could do top 3.
Top 3. Because I don't want to cut nobody out.
Because it's so many though. Like, and I honestly, I went back, knowing that the episode was coming up. I kind of went back and started listening to some of the episodes, and the one that sticks out the most is sis, it's time for a divorce.
Okay, I think I remember that one.
People so
and
messy.
that was a tricky one because people was like, "Oh, girl,
People were so
you getting a what? What?" And I remember that one. Okay,
yes, and the reason why I like that one is because I was talking about divorcing bad habits, divorcing
and
situations,
nobody knew unless you watched
and
it.
that one had so many clicks at first, but then the people that were being nosy and messy, because at that time my relationship was not relationshiping,
and we've grown,
and we have. God is good all the time.
To God be glory. To God be the glory.
And so at that time, it wasn't about that, but I knew that people were starting to notice that we weren't together.
Okay.
Right. So I just played on it, but the content was so good, and people were like, "You got me," but that was so good. Like, so the 10, I think it was 10 or 15 things that they need to divorce. And it was just funny to me to see how the clicks was just like on it, so.
Were you afraid to post that though? Like, you knew what the content actually was, but what made you choose to like use that wording?
Yeah.
Knowing that people would click on it. Like,
I felt like, I felt like part of me, if I'm honest, was like, not just like, I don't know what's what. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going to happen with us, but I know people are, what's up with him? Like, what's up with y'all? Noticing that so I knew that it would get the clicks because people were starting to question. And so,
all right, marketing, come through.
But it was a little like, more so I kind of felt like, how would he feel for a hot second? For a hot second, I thought about, but then I was like, this is my show.
Right,
but we weren't at that point. Okay, right. At that point, it's me.
AJ Productions, let me mind my business. Let me mind my business, girl.
But yeah, for a hot second, I was like, "Oh man, how's he gonna feel about this?" But then I was like, "What if he clicks? Then he'll see."
Yeah, right. And okay, that's topic one. What's the next one?
What was another? Oh my God, there's so many. There was one that I did back, and it was janky, meaning like it was like one of my audio or something like that. It was before I had a mic. It was when I was recording from my phone. I'm trying to think of but I remember that it was one of the first episodes when I felt super confident.
Okay.
Yeah, where it was like, okay, you did that. All whereas the other content, it was like, I know what I'm talking about and I know what I'm putting out, but will they like it? Or will my listeners get it? Will they understand? And then the feedback was validation, but I knew what I was doing. But this one was like, if they don't get this, something wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a good episode. And it was early on.
I did that.
Yeah, it was. I wish I knew that day. Yeah, it was a good one. And if I had to say, my third would be all of the episodes that I do with guests.
Okay.
Because
that's cheating, but okay. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. It's your show, so I'm going to take it.
No, because you know why? Because I love talking to people.
Okay.
And if I'm honest, most of my guests, I don't know them on that level. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of them are women that we've met at common places, meaning like conferences, or we've met in groups or something like that. So getting to talk to them and understand who they are and getting to know them is good. And I like talking about picking people's brain and seeing how we're different, how we're alike. And funny enough, like attracts like. So whenever I get on these podcast episodes with these other women, we're talking about God. And that's where I could go. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so,
because we got girls.
That's it. Period. No. So yeah. So I know I'm cheating, but the episodes when I have guests are really good for me because of that. And then secondly, it's less prep. It's natural, meaning I don't have to have my notes, because I'm a note person, because I want to stay on task, and I'm an educator by trade, right?
Right.
Write this down. These are some tips. These are some strategies. I'm not just on here talking about blah, 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 or my life, or, so I do have my notes, and I have to prepare properly, like lesson planning, right? But when I have guests on, we just flow. And
Right.
so, and it's always some gems in there anyway. So
I can see that.
yeah.
Okay. All right. You ready for my next question?
I am.
If you had to decide, what is your favorite part of your show? Whether it's preparing before, I don't know, whatever. What's your favorite part? Like, because we just said about being something that you love to do and it doesn't feel like work, you're obsessed with it. What's your like thing that you just love about it? Like,
I love the mindset declarations. I love that part of it because I'm a real heavy believer that life and death lies in your tongue, the power of your tongue. So giving, and too many people do not speak positive over themselves, over their circumstance, over their life. And so if you come to my show, if that's the first time that you're exposed to declarations or speaking life, that's why every single time I say there's power in how you speak over yourself. This is not just something that, because if you really take inventory, you really listen throughout the day to people and how they talk, they're not speaking positive and they're speaking, oh, how are you doing? Oh, could be better. Oh, how you doing? Oh, I'm still alive. You know what I mean? Surviving, making it through. right. Or they say, or they keep it real. I ain't doing good. But
my favorite one, fine. Just
fine.
fine.
What? Yeah.
What does fine mean?
I don't know.
That means you're not okay. When you say fine, that means you're not okay. Stop saying I'm just fine. You ain't fine.
No. And you know, too, people don't really expect that you're really asking. Right?
Right.
When you say, hey, how are you? I'm fine. I'm good. They really don't expect that you're really genuinely asking how they are.
Because sometimes people aren't really asking to listen.
They're not. Exactly.
They're asking to move forward.
Like, just like a greeting. Yeah. And so I remember, this just reminded me, I had heard that somewhere a long time ago. And I was like, you know, I'm not going to say I'm fine when I'm not. I mean, clearly I'm not a stranger at the airport. Like, hey, how are you? How's it going? Like, girl. Right? But I'm not going to just be like, I'm fine and I'm okay. And it's a struggle. Sometimes I'll say I'm okay and then I have to take it back. Like, no, I'm not okay. Right? Because I'm saying that because it's a defense. It's a defense mechanism. It's you trying to just brush over it, not bring the light to what's really going on. If I say I'm okay, they're going to keep it moving.
Right.
So I try. So like even more in my relationship, and actually the therapist caught me with that too, because she was like, yeah, y'all were having a conversation and he asked you, were you okay? And you said, yeah. Were you really okay? And I was like, no.
You know what? Hold on. First of all, it's Therapy Thursday because I go to therapy on Thursday.
Okay. Come through therapy. Mine is every other day.
But I literally had this conversation about it being okay to not be okay. Like, because I'm very much like I'm okay. I'm even when I'm not okay, I'll be like, but I'm bothered, but I'm not gonna be bothered. I'm gonna get over it. I'm all right. I'm not gonna be bothered. It's not bothering me. I'm all right. I'm okay. And it's like, no, it's okay to sit in your feelings and say, I'm not okay, and process it and find things that bring you joy
to make you okay.
That
is a whole bar, like, because it's so true. And I think probably everybody can relate to it, but I think it's a Black girl thing. Right?
I wish I had a ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
A little bell
it's
right now.
Almost
ding,
like
ding.
We are conditioned to just keep, and even as moms, right? You don't get to, it's like, you're not okay. Like for example, just a couple of days ago, I was sick. And I was not okay.
And you still had to.
And I still had to be okay. And I had to let them, and it got to a point where I was like, listen, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm not feeling well. Like, I'm not feeling well. Like, leave me alone.
Right.
You know, give me a minute. And they were like, because they're not used to, I don't get sick. Hardly ever.
We're not allowed to get sick. We don't get sick days. We don't get sick days, y'all.
No. But that is so, it's okay to not be okay. That is so good. And even if you're not okay, instead of saying like, because it's not being negative, right? It's not like the people we just talked about. How you go, oh God, could be better. No, that's not that. It's literally being aware of your emotions
and being true to
your
you.
negative emotions. You know, I have
You have to be true to you.
I did an episode on forced positivity.
That sounds like fire.
Forced positivity, because it's basically almost like what we're saying.
Yeah.
It's like negating your emotions or your negative feelings because you're pretending or you're conditioned to always be positive or always look at things the bright side. That's invalidating my feelings when I'm not okay, and and you're telling me, someone is telling you, girl, it could be worse, or girl, you know, don't worry about them, brush it off.
Right.
You know, that's not okay, because now it's making me think. And even if you're doing that to somebody who's not strong enough or who's not self-aware, and they're still trying to figure it out, they're masking that. They're holding that in now because they know when they come to you with it, you're going to tell them, oh, it could be worse.
Right.
Or thank God you just got a job. Your boss is getting on your nerve or disrespecting you, discriminating or harassing, whatever the case may be. I'm coming to you and you're dismissing it with forced positivity.
Right. Right.
No.
And when you said false positivity, it made me think of like work, right? Sometimes at work, you are falsely positive. You have to be. You can't be negative Nancy in the workplace.
No.
Right?
Forced.
So,
yeah.
You know, as an educator, you gotta be on.
Yes.
All day.
Yep.
Good morning.
Yep.
Okay, let's play. Let's, you know, and it's like you are forced to have that false positive. While I will say though, I do love what I do.
For sure. But every day
you're not always going to be on. You're not always going to have a great day. You're not always going to be in the best of moods. And I think the part that resonates with me is being authentically you and understanding that every day is not a great day.
Right.
And like we said before, it's okay to not be okay. And that doesn't mean you have to walk around and be like, I hate you, I'm mad, I'm angry. It could just be like, okay, I'm going to take a second to breathe and process and do whatever I got to do, whether it's praying, breathing, whatever it is, to make me feel better. I watched a movie the other day that made me think of, I was just saying this to my therapist. I watched a movie the other day, and it had a movie on Netflix where this girl, she had a happy jar. And 365 days of the year, you write something that makes you happy in this jar. Like you write it down.
In the moment?
And whenever. At the end of the day, beginning of it, like at the end of the day, I would say.
Okay.
Or in the moment, if something happens in the moment and you are able to write it down, and then you put it in the jar. So then at the end of the year for New Year's, you go through and you read the things that made you read a few, like what made you happy this year.
That's cute.
And you go into the new year with positivity and light. You know what I'm saying?
Love that.
Things that made you happy.
I like that.
So I literally watched a movie the other day. So I started it like a week or two ago. And I love it. Like it's and my therapist was like, it's gratitude.
Yeah.
And gratitude is, you know, it allows you to be
more
present.
Grateful you are, the more you have to be grateful for.
Right. So
I love that. And to go back to just the forced positivity, even in your workplace, even as an educator around kids, even as a mom around your kids, it's okay to not be okay and come in and saying, today's just not a great day for me, boys and girls. Like I'm here, I'm showing up, and they get it.
They get it.
Instead of you pretending to be happy-go-lucky and you're not. And I think expressing that, number one, is positive communication. It's also allowing them to express empathy, and also allowing them to now
teaches them
to be self-aware, socially aware, and saying, okay, my teacher's having a rough day today, so maybe I'll behave today. You know,
I'm not gonna push her past her limit.
I know that I do this regularly because this is who I am. But maybe today I'm gonna pull it in a little bit, right? And like you said, they get it.
Yeah.
So having
100%.
those conversations, and when it was that time of the month, I'd be like, Miss Owens is in pain. Miss Owens has cramps.
And they get it.
And they get it. Their mom, they know.
They know. If I have a headache, I'm sorry, Miss Paula has a headache today, and then they'll check each other. Like, listen, you're making too much noise. Miss Wallace said she had a headache.
Yes, they will. They will.
So
they will.
And it's just being, again, it's just being true to you. You have to be true to you. You have to be authentic.
100%.
And I think that sometimes we get caught up in the worlds and things that's happening, and we end up presenting as opposed to being true.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. For sure. People, it's just too much of that. It's too much. And I mean, I'm so glad that I have been doing the work. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
It's because it's so freeing. For real. It's like, do the work. There's too much information out there.
But what's the work? Because people don't know. You got to put us on.
That's
Put us on
true.
game, sis.
Well, the work is, number one, knowing who you are. Okay? Who are you? Like, meaning outside of being a mom, outside of being a teacher, outside of being a friend, a daughter, who am I? If all of those roles and titles were stripped away, who am I? Right? And then what do I want?
Okay.
Right?
Who am I? What do I want? Okay.
And when you're saying what do you want, that is in all aspects.
Okay.
Right? Because you can and in that it has to be like no limits, no boundaries.
Okay.
Right? And people think like when you say no limits, no boundaries, they still feel like there's a ceiling. And it doesn't, and excuse me, nobody's saying that you want to, like, people gonna look at you like you crazy, you know, because it's between you and you. What do you ultimately at the bottom of your heart want out of life? What do you want in a career? What do you want in a relationship? What do you want in your friendships? What do you want in your bank account? What do you want in all aspects?
Okay.
Right? Who am I? What do I want?
The work is who am I? What do I want? Okay.
What do I love?
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Want versus love. Okay.
Yeah. What do I love?
Things.
Because now, and funny thing is, when you say what do you love, I would bet 9 times out of 10 you leave yourself off.
Oh, I know you ain't just do that. I know you ain't just do that.
Ooh, I love my kids. I love my dog. I love my this. I love my that. I love my that. Did you put you on there?
No,
and you did.
Did she just read us for free? I feel like I was just read. Who did that to me? Why would she do that? Like, what?
But that's part of it. That's part of it. I believe it. That's part of it.
I'm rolling my eyes because I want you to know. I feel like I was just read, and I don't feel like I like it. Girl, I don't like it here.
Trust me, I've been there, left myself totally off.
Oh, I love myself, but I don't be thinking to put myself on the list. Who said that? It's crazy. You should be first. I'm still rolling my eyes
because if you, right. But think about it. You should be first. Because if you don't love you, how does people, right? No one's gonna know how to love you unless they see how you love yourself.
That's a lesson that I've learned in the past. Like in speaking of doing the work, I literally learned that, like, how can anybody know how to love me if I can't love me? And I'm going to love me out loud. What does that look like? Like, loving me out loud is doing the things that I love to do and doing it out loud. If I love to go out to eat, I'm going to go out to eat. I can do it by myself. I can do it with friends.
I love about you.
I can, you know what I'm saying? If I love flowers, I'm going to buy myself flowers. If I love, working out, I'm going to go work out. I'm not going to wait for somebody to do it for me or to push me to do it. I'm going to do it. Like, if I want to go to the movies, I'm going to go to the movies.
Yeah. I think that's so important. And I'm new there. I'm new at that space. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've taken myself out to eat before. I've taken myself, I've never did the movies by myself, but I've done a lot of things by myself. But I'm finding that I'm not doing enough self-love.
Okay.
I talk about it a lot, and I see in other people the lack, right? And it's my goal to self-love, love yourself. For me, and it's not, doesn't have to be anything crazy, but for me, I love myself. I take naps every day.
Okay, that's a part
and
of
I love it. But I also know that I need to do things, and now that literally. Not when I say make me happy, because naps make me happy. Let's be clear.
We know. One thing Tasha gonna do is sleep. Okay?
They make me, but I mean like raise my happy vibration. Like I need to do more things that's like, wee! me. You know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
that way with the sun. I don't know why, but literally sitting in the sun,
Lately,
it feeds me in a way that, like, I love being on vacation. Number one, I'm not gonna hold you.
yeah.
But
This
just
is passport mommy here.
girl,
I'm coming soon. Don't worry. I'm getting it
where
together.
my heart is in a
Passport
vacation, honey.
mommy. I'll be like, you
Mommy,
going again?
where we going? Where we going
You
next?
going where? Girl, can I come?
But I think, like, for some reason, like, I don't know, like, I literally will go on my lunch break and sit in the sun, and it literally feeds me where I feel like, okay, I can go back. I can do this now.
Yes.
Like, I feel like refreshed. And
That's
some people to hate it, but for me, it's how you feel about a nap is how I feel about the sun. Like, it just does something for me.
No, yeah.
That just feeds me. I almost feel like I'm not gonna, like, it's almost like God is kissing me, if that makes sense. Like it feels like God is touching me, and that's just my experience.
Yes.
I don't know anybody else's or what anybody else's, but for me, when I sit in the sun, it's like, and I could sit in silence by myself, and it's like, I feel you, God.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why I feel that way.
No, I feel you on that 100%.
I just feel that way.
And I'm more like, I'm like when I'm in my laptop and I'm all day and I'm just like, I need to just go outside. And I just get up and I go to the park, or I go outside. I just need to be outside. Like them good days when it's really nice. And I'm just, because it's more like a refueling.
And I think too, like, I think God created all these things. He created the birds. He created the insects. He created all of these things. And we're just a piece in that puzzle. And it's just like feeling that connection. No, but feeling that connection to the things that he created, and just feeling like, oh, God, you are God. Like, you did that. God, you did that.
Yes.
You did that. You know?
No, for sure.
And don't let a little breeze pass, because I'll be like, oh, you trying to talk to me?
For sure.
Like, you trying to talk to me today?
And just being in it. No, for sure.
Is that crazy? No. I've never said that out loud.
I'm with you. Crazy? No, I that's real. So you got me here. I'm sure my listeners are like, yeah, for sure. Because no, it's definitely. So when people like, I have my sister's like the one that she runs from the sun. But for me, I am like, give it to me. And I think even more in my awareness and in this stage, it's more of a need. Like if I don't get, like I said, when I'm feeling overwhelmed or I'm feeling frustrated or I'm feeling restricted, it's like I need to go outside. I need to be out.
So just the outdoors.
Yeah.
You like you like the outdoors. I do. So you are outdoors kind of girl.
Like being outside.
So I can see that.
Yeah, and we should take the boys camping.
We do glamping. I'm not.
Okay, we can do it in the backyard. We can do it in your backyard.
What?
Start that way. Start that way. Yeah, I got my tent is like nice tent? You can stand in my tent. My tent is big.
If we get a nice one,
I got two, but the one is really little, and then the other one, because real quick, my cousin does every year he does backyard camping.
Oh, that's
and
cute.
It's probably like, I want to say maybe like 10 families.
Oh, that's so cute.
With the tents out and stuff. And the first year we had a tent, and I ordered it, so I didn't know. Little tiny tent. Everybody had like mini mansions. Everybody had like mini mansions. And we sit here in this little tiny tent. I'm like, oh my God. The next year, baby, we were ready. We came with our tent too. We were like, listen, and we had our blow up beds and everything. So, but it was nice. We should do something like that with them. They would love that.
For it.
S'mores and all of that.
I want to bring it back, because I had the thought of, we were talking about self-care and doing things for yourself that makes you feel good. And you were like, oh, I want to do that. What is one thing that you would do, free day, free time, no worries, to take care of you?
I mean, one thing?
A few, whatever. We could do a list, girl. We gonna do a day? Let's do a day.
Let me see. So a day would definitely start with the gym.
Okay.
It would start with the gym. Then I would go get a massage. I love me a massage. Okay. I get my bi-weeklies. And then a nice brunch. with sweet potato waffle and mimosa. I already know what kind of food and everything. Trust me.
I'm weak. Okay.
And then it would end after the brunch, like a walk on like a boardwalk or something near the water.
Outdoorsy. Okay. All right.
And then after that, I'm trying to think. That would be a good day for me. I'll probably be ready to eat again after.
So we're gonna put on the calendar and you're gonna do it. When you gonna do it? I'm gonna hold you to it because you be holding me to stuff. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I am not a goals type of girl. I am not a mindset kind of girl. I just be going with the flow.
Yeah. No, I know. I'll do it.
We put it on the calendar.
All right, we're gonna put it on the calendar.
A free day. We're gonna put it on the calendar.
Remember, I said I wanted to do the day in the city. We should do that. Oh, you want to do it by myself?
I don't know. Let's see. It's self-care. Can I
you can come.
Self-care because I love me, all of that.
I know, and we will have a good old time. Because you know what it is too with us. I think that we feed off each other where it doesn't have to be. I feel like we don't always have to be some people are like high maintenance friends where it's like the attention got to be on them, and you got to be like, I don't think we're like that.
No.
So I think we would definitely a self-care day with us. We would be walking the boardwalk, just taking in the sun. We don't always have to be talking.
If we did the city, we could do like one of those cute spots, like the High Line. Oh, you sent me the video today with the thing that goes to Roosevelt Island.
Oh yeah, what was that?
Cute.
That'd be nice.
Like a little
that would be a way. That's a full day. We should do that. We should do that one of these days. We have to work that out. All right, so let's.
Sorry, we got off track.
So this is the part because this has been so good, and we literally can sit here and talk forever. And you know how that is. I don't even know how long we've been here, but so there's a new segment that I'm adding to the pod.
Okay,
and because I am now a certified social emotional coach mentor.
Right.
Kudos. Hold on. Thank you. So with that, I mentor young girls, right? Teenagers and up. And I want to add the segment of what would I tell my younger self? So I want to ask you, I'll go first to give you time.
Okay.
What would you tell your younger self?
Okay.
So most of what would I tell my younger self is usually based around the topic of the pod, right? Mm-hmm. So I would tell my younger self to always seek to be courageous over confident.
Okay.
Because with confidence, like I said earlier, confidence comes and goes. You may be confident in one area and not confident in another area, right? Or you may be confident in how your face looks, but not your body, right? Or whatever, what you're wearing or whatever. So, but if you have the courage to show up as your authentic self, you'll shine each time, right? You'll get over it. You'll get through it. You'll get past it, whatever that is with courage. So that's what I would tell my younger self.
I would tell my younger self to trust your gut. I think that a lot of times, it's not right or something's wrong, but you don't trust yourself enough to say, I believe me, right? Like, I know this is not right or something feels wrong. Because listen, at the end of the day, God got me, so we got through some things.
Yeah, for sure.
But I would tell my younger self to always trust your gut because I think that there's so many times. Can I give a quick reference? Like, I wanted to be an educator. I knew it from when I was young, right? But I took the longer route because I didn't trust my gut and I listened to other people and I just didn't do what I wanted to do. And so that's just a quick instance of an example that I could think of where I didn't trust my gut and I wish I did. So I would say that.
Because, and I'm sure if we had time, we can think of so many more instances
so many more
as a young girl where and I know, and not to piggyback on what you, but even to take it a step further, it's really not our gut, it's our womb. It's our womb. So trusting our womb, because our womb is what nurtures us and what tells us and which gives us intuition, what guides us, and it just got gut I think that's just how it just evolved
How
to.
yeah.
But it's really our womb which is guiding us and gives us that natural woman intuition.
Right.
And I can think of a moment where I wasn't, my womb told me not to get into a car with my friends and her friends, and I did anyway. And I ended up being low-key kidnapped and then kicked out somewhere I didn't know where I was. My parents were looking for me. I was 15, terrified, with people that were not good. And I ended up, and I knew I shouldn't have gotten that car.
And I'm going to take it even further. Sometimes it's the Holy Spirit putting something in you to say, don't do that. Or sometimes the Holy Spirit guides us to say, do that. But we're so scared.
Yep.
And we're not courageous enough.
Yes. That's on the flip side. Yes.
Step,
yep.
Right?
Yep.
Like,
yep.
And sometimes it's, I'm just saying.
For sure.
Because you know I'm a guy. We got
girls.
girls.
Baby. Got girls.
We got girls.
No, but for
and
sure.
So sometimes it's even, you know.
Even with her saying trust your womb, it's not even just to not do something. It's trust your womb to do something, to speak up for yourself, to advocate for yourself, to go for the position, to, ask somebody for something, all of those things. So it's just literally, and I think what would help you to trust your womb more is to pause. Surrender to the pause. Right?
Surrender. That's the word for the year.
Girl.
For the life.
Oh, girl.
For the life. I was holding on for the year, but it's for the life.
Hold on. Well, look, because listen, like I said, we could be here. But yes. Sorry. So I just want to hear from you. I'm going to take this one moment to pause, and I want to hear from you. I want you to go into the comments. What was your aha? What was your takeaway from this episode with this conversation? Because this conversation was so great. I actually am inviting you to come back. Please come back so that we can keep the conversation going, because I just love it. I love having you here. So before we go, I want to play another testimonial from someone that is dear to me, that listens to the show. I thank you all for checking in.
Hey sis, I wanted to say congratulations on your 100th episode. I'm super, super proud of you. Proud of your consistency, your drive, your sparkle, your greatness, your everything. I just, girl, you know how I feel about you. You know I love you. I have to say my favorite episode was of the one with you and Nikki. It just spoke to like the sisterhood you two have, the friendship, and we all know in this life we need our person. We need a person. And that was my favorite episode. So again, congratulations. Super proud of you. Keep up the good work. Keep going. I know you will, because your drive and your discipline and your consistency is definitely something that I admire about you. So love you. Congratulations again.
Thank you. That's Malange. Thank you, Malange.
100 episodes.
Wow, 100 episodes. I'm like, oh my God.
Can I just shine on you real quick?
Okay.
Because
Don't make me shine.
Girl, you've pushed me and so many other women beyond our measure of what we thought we were, right? And I want to say, like, I know you have so many things coming, right? Because you are gonna keep pushing and keep doing all the things. You've pushed me to set goals, and I'm not a goal setting girl. And the resolutions with the New Year's,
the
vision boards, when we did that, was phenomenal. In case you missed out, let me just let you know you missed a good thing. But even in that room, you could see how many women were empowered by you and what you do. And I just want to say, like, because I'm here in the present, keep pushing, keep growing.
Thank you.
And you are doing it, girl.
Thank you,
sis.
You.
I'm going to call this, the fam is called sis. That's where we at. I hear it. It's sis. All right, sis. We sis out here.
Sis.
Okay.
No, thank you so much. That means a lot. I'm like, it means a lot though, for sure, because it's my hard work, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
It's true, and I see it, and I anything that I can do to push you, help you, and allow you to walk into your light, you know, I want to do.
I appreciate that.
So you sign me up, right?
Thank you.
Sign me up, girl.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that. And on that note, we're going to end with our mindset declaration. So you already know this is the part where you can also participate. Take out your pen. If you're new here, we take notes. We have our favorite journals. We write down our declarations. This is the 100th episode. So we have declarations from 1 to 100. Woohoo! And so I'm going to read that. You can repeat it after me. Write it down. You come back to it later. And this one says, great strength lies within me at all times. I choose courage over confidence and comfort. I'm going to read it again. Great strength lies within me at all times. I choose courage over confidence and comfort. And so with that, I want you to like the show if you had some nuggets from, if you enjoyed us today, my friend Jenelle. If you could share with a friend, subscribe for the future episodes coming up. And I want you to be well, to have an amazing week, and to remember that your past does not dictate your future. Till next time. Goodbye. 100. That's a wrap. Oh my. Oh my God, that was so good. You did so good. Thank you. Thank you. That was good. You definitely got to come back. Definitely got to come back. Pause.
All right, I see it turns off. That was 30 minutes already? Damn. Girl, we be talking.
I know. I'm going to fix it when it's time to. Did it come back on? Mm-hmm. All right. Just make sure it's still recording. Yep, it's still recording. So I'll just say your question, and then I'll just say what I said before. What did I say? Knowing who you are. Okay. Make it one.
You can't do that with me.
Stop laughing.
Sorry.